Good evening, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in to LIBERIA Public Radio. Thank you. Please stay with us here tonight because we're going to be discussing what I believe to be one of the most important things as far as I'm concerned in the presidencies of Dr. Weah. And I will give it to you as it is, and you know who I am by already. Thank you. Please share this video and let people come in and turn into us here. And as many as you can, please share it. First thing, safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us back here together. Lord, we ask you to continue to protect us, continue to help us. Lord, because of your love you have for all of us, that we are here this evening again. Thank you. Continue to provide a blanket of love, the blanket of protection against anything that is not of you. My Lord, we're here again this evening. Give us wisdom as we will be opening our mouth to talk about whatever it is our brothers and sisters might be listening to us on. Give us the wisdom. Make sure what comes out of our mouth is respectable and accepted by the good faith of those who believe in us. My Lord, we ask you to bless the Republic of Liberia. You know, my Lord, we have two tables. One table here in the diaspora, Liberian diaspora, that is, and the other table back home in Liberia, where we provide whatever it is that is necessary for our brothers and sisters back home. We want to thank you for the opportunity you give us. We want to thank you for providing that opportunity for many of us to be able to work. And I think, my Lord, you will agree that we continue to do what we have to do to make sure this opportunity is not squandered, this opportunity is not wasted. My Lord, we will work hard to support our brothers and sisters back home as well. We ask you, my Lord, to bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. My Lord, we ask you to bless the Republic. And most importantly, my Lord, we ask you to bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Welcome, folks. Samson to Liberian Public Radio again this evening. Normally, we don't come on Tuesday. We try to skip that because of other things. But I just something important happened 1 or 2 days or so ago, and we thought we'd bring that. And that is the over there in Glasgow, Scotland, where Dr. Weah is presently. And I normally don't do these kinds of stuff, but I think it's very important. It's very important that when we say something and we believe in that, my Lord, we ourselves have to be able to be truthful to ourselves. Just this Sunday, I was out here talking about the bad road condition in Liberia under this leadership, under Dr. Weah. And I didn't bite my tongue. I said exactly from an engineering perspective, I said exactly what I thought was wrong. However, as I criticize of anything that this president have done that I don't think is in the right interest of the Liberian people, I will criticize. But I must do so with responsibility. I must do so with respect. I'm not one of those praise singers. You go on the social media right now, you have everybody, the praise singer, the usual praise singer. They're taking this whole important thing to the hill and lying about it and not being truthful about it. This is not what I'm going to do here tonight. When the president has done something that is in the interest of the Liberian folk, that is good, we must, even those of us consider ourselves to be in opposition camp, and I'm not hiding it. But we cannot continue to just criticize because we think we need to criticize in order for us to get relevant. That's not what I do. I don't need anybody to give me validation or whatever. I know who I am at this time. I know my position in the society. I know my position in a total community, which is a larger community, to be honest with you, because that's where I was born. So I know who I am. Only in my house, now he's 12 years old. I don't know who I am when it comes to him because he tells me what to move and when to move and stuff like that. So I don't mind that. I don't mind. He's my son. So what? Big deal. But the larger point that I'm making here tonight is when this president having to do something that is good and we have the opportunity, let us praise him. Let us say thank you. Because for him to stay in public and representing our interest, whether you like him or not, he's there in Glasgow as president of the Republic of Liberia. He's not there as president of CDC. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. He's not there as president of Monrovia or a president of the borough of New Cruton, whatever you want, Looking Town or Cloud Town. No. He's president of the Republic of Liberia. In other words, he's president for SAMSON as well. And if he has done something that I don't like my tie the way it's turning in, I don't know which way. Okay, let me see. Folks, I have to look good, don't I? I have to look good. So let's bring it back. No, we'll pick. All right. There we go. I gotta look good now. If I'm here to talk about the president, I gotta look good. What wrong with you? Mommy, I beg here. But anyway, on a very serious note. So if we see these things and we say, oh, it's good, but I'm opposition. I can't say something because then I'll be making the president popular. Popular my foot. If the president have done something that is wonderful, let's say so. We will criticize. We got a lot of time. We got time. And here is what I know about CDC and this president and this government. Before, as I'm going to be praising him tonight, but before the end of this week, CDC and the people around the president will put their foot in their mouth. And they never disappoint me. And that's why it really doesn't matter to me if I come here to praise president. It doesn't matter, because within the next 1 or 2 days, my praises would have been erased because of the behavior of those who were around the president. But tonight, it's all about the president and the representation of him being over there in Glasgow and making his voice clear and loud to the international community, to the other world leaders. That was wonderful. And I want to take this opportunity as well to say, Mr. President, thank you very much. We appreciate it. But here's the fear for me as an opposition. If the president continues to go this route, then I think we need to recalibrate our engagement with the Liberian people. Because if the president continues to go this way as somebody who is opposition, then that's a serious consideration for folks. But that's not about that. That is not. I will talk politics later. But right now, I just want to say thank you, Mr. President. We appreciate it. So let's go ahead. Let me add this on. The president went over there, and this particular, you see right there, I said from Front Page Africa. So if you have the opportunity to go to Front Page Africa right now, you'll be able to see that and read about it. The president, whoever wrote that speech, is one of the moments such as Liberian will not be spectator in their own country. It's one of the moments. A moment where the president shines so much that those of us that consider ourselves opposition were screaming at the top of our lungs, because the president has done wonderful things. He started that the last time. And these people, the praise singers that have their other platform or whatever, then you go on their platform right now, and all you're going to hear all kinds of stories. And they're not only making up and saying thank you to the president, but they're trying to bring other people down in order for the president to be up. This is not what I'm going to do here tonight. I'm not about to say the president have done well, and therefore this other president going to go down. All you will hear about them, the picture with Biden, the picture with the English president, the picture with Germany Prime Madam Marco. Those are the kind of things they will be talking all tonight, as though they mean anything. They mean nothing to me. What really matters to me tonight is the fact that the president was staying in public, was not only speaking for Liberia, but he spoke for the entire poor nation, including Africa, to be honest with you. And for him to do that, that just reminds me who he is. He has been somebody and I've been saying this here for a very long time. Dr. Weah has been somebody who always find way to bring Liberia to the top. To the top. He's not going over there and say, oh, y'all give me some piece of bread. Y'all leave me out. No. This is what he's saying to the people. They're going over there to talk about the climate change. They're there to talk about climate change, which affects every one of us on Earth. And I live here in Northern California. I feel the effect every day almost. Every summer, the entire Northern California is on fire, pretty much. And I work as an engineer. When the fire happens up in the hills and things like that, they burn some of the road material and put some stuff on the road or something. When it rains, after they burn all of the grass that's supposed to protect the hillside, when it rains, because of the grass are gone and the trees are gone, nothing there to protect the soil from sliding. And so as an engineer, this is what we face all the time. When it rains, the entire hillside will start sliding to damage the road. I have to go and fix those things. So I understand the climate change issue. But from Dr. Weah's perspective, which is the perspective of who a leader should be. And this is what the Queen Elizabeth said, I think, on one of the programs. He said, when you are a leader, when you're speaking, when your political life is not on the line and you're speaking for your people, that is leadership. But when you want to win election, when you're thinking election is matter, you want to win election at all costs, and then you start spewing out nonsense, I say so. Then it's not leadership, but political experience. In this case, I would say Dr. Weah has provided some immense leadership on this issue. Completely. And it's very much satisfying to me, to be honest with you. Dr. Weah reminded the gathering. Go on Front Page Africa. That's why I put that from Front Page Africa, so you can read it from there. Dr. Weah reminded the audience, who are having to be the world leaders and other dignitaries, what have you, and he reminded them to say the financing aspect of the world climate change investment is imbalanced. And here's some of the things he stated. And I was surprised. I was surprised to hear that from Dr. Weah. And again, as I stated, this is one of the movements where you consider what is considered to be a rare movement, where Dr. Weah speak and people say, yes, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I thought we would have had within the last 3 years or so. It's one of the moments when he had an inaugural program where he spoke and said, Liberians will not be spectators in their own country. That moved a lots and lots of soul in many of us. In fact, that brought me to tears because I was at a stadium. And this is one of the movements. Dr. Weah is telling the people to say, and if you want to use my message as a campaign issue, it's up to you. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, I got binder full of unforced error here by CDC and this government. So I have a lot. But what I'm saying here to you tonight is when this president have done something that is good for the interest of our people, we must say so. You can't just every day criticize. Of course, if there's criticism necessary, you do so. But at the same time, if he does anything that is of good, say so as well. Then your credibility becomes stable. I would say that. And so the president reminded the folks to say the money, and I'm just paraphrasing and I'm not reading, to say the money distribution process in the climate change is imbalanced. For example, he says, here in Africa or in Liberia, we have the larger forest, what we set aside to make sure the forest is not disturbed, so that some of the carbon dioxide, whatever greenhouse, whatever gases out there, the tree and thing, because that's what the scientists believe. Don't quote me on it. It take in the tree and things like that. However, when you guys divide the money on the world stage, those of us that are in these poor countries that need these kinds of investment, we're not getting them. And it's not just Liberia. Many other countries around Africa that are protecting the environment. And the environment protection process demands and it requires money. And the world leaders, those that are rich, the rich country, they set aside funds. But those who are responsible to distribute the fund they're not distributing it fairly. And Dr. Weah decided to remind these people. And when you do that in this type of situation, that will, if I hope that Joe Biden and the rest of the rich nation leaders were there when Dr. Weah was speaking. Because now they're going to say, wait a minute, who is this guy? I bet you in the corridor of power tonight or whatever time, they're asking, who is this guy? Oh, Dr. Weah, he's a football player. What? A football player? What kind of football American? No, soccer star. And I bet you there are people within the Biden administration that are now doing some serious research on Dr. Weah. This is how you make yourself relevant among these people. You speak and you make it clear to them. What is it that you want? And in that, he did not say, I want hand out. from whatever that I was reading here on speaking at the 26th United Nations Conference on Climate Change. Dr. Weah did not call for. Let me read that to you. Let me read that, folks. Okay. Let me read that from Front Page Africa. Okay. Weah said there is the need to bring equity and fairness to how the objectives of the Paris Accord on climate change can be achieved. Limit that. The country like Liberia, who maintain and protect the larger remaining tracts of forest reserve, receive the lowest benefit for those ecosystem services. That's how you talk. That's how you let these people know. Okay? We who are the richest in terms of forest resource and biodiversity are the poorest in terms of social economic development. You want, I like that one here. You want people to start the fighting against burn and slash and burn, which is the way people in total make farm. But you don't want to invest in the people in total to make the farm. And this is what he's saying. We're the one that protecting this, but we're not getting any benefit. Although we bear the brunt of the impact of climate change. Oh, Dr. Weah, you something else. You see, that's the kind of talk. If you can talk like that all the time again, I will not royal campaign. I will not royal campaign around the CDC. But I will say something. I will say, if you do this everything, I will press you. You think I care what people do to me? What they will do to me? What opposition will do to me? When I go to Total, they will say all kind of Total. I will be truthful. I will be truthful. And that's exactly what I'm doing here tonight. And listen to this. Okay? Although we bear the brunt of the impact of climate change, when it rains in Liberia 6 months straight, no road. If that means Dr. Weah will put the road business all tied around all their neck. Okay? We benefit the least from the existing solution and financial arrangement currently in place for tracking climate change. President Weah said, my people, this is one of those movements I said. Liberia will not be spectators. But I hope he doesn't come from anything here. Then the next thing he starts saying that we're going to be following Samuel 12 with benevolent dictators. And it was so calm. Watch. Before the end of this week, CDC, all these things that Dr. Weah have done, they will put their foot in their mouth again. You remember that one time? So a month or so ago, when a coup in Guinea happened, next door neighbor, what did Dr. Weah say? Let me just remind all of you. He stated why he is not here to condemn, but he doesn't think coup is the way to go. However, he said, what are the atmosphere? What are the surrounding issues that brought about this coup? Why would people try to manipulate the Constitution to keep themselves in power? I don't support the coup, he said. But look at the surrounding issue that brought about the coup. Why would somebody who has served his term, and I'm just paraphrasing, who has served his term, will now try to manipulate the Constitution so that he can stay in power? I don't support the coup, but these are issues that we, the leader in West Africa, should be able to understand and make sure these things don't happen. What happened when he made a beautiful, you think Samuel 12 McGill, when they came here to the United States, you think they would stand on top of the hill and try to amplify Dr. Weah's statement? And you would think they would use that opportunity to go on CNN, to go on CBS, and let that message ring. Let that message ring all over the United States. Did they do that? No. What did they do? They went and took picture with Lindsey Graham. They went and took picture with Ted Cruz. When you do that, you drum up the message of the president. The beautiful, beautiful message of the president that would have been gravitating around the corridor of the liberals in the United States. So that's what I'm talking about. Now again, Dr. Weah has given them another platform. Perhaps they could have built on it or should build on it and be able to improve the image of this president. Watch and see. Y'all say something to say. If you go on all of the CDC platform in the diaspora, they're not talking like that. They're putting people down. They're insulting people. How useless this person is. The other person that other person that. What that got to do with the message? You staying on this positive message and continue to improve the image of the president. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because it doesn't serve their interest. Their interest is to stand on somebody and praise someone else. That's not what I'm going to do here tonight. And this is why we're different. This is why we're different. We'll come here and be truthful. We'll come here and be truthful. Honor Dr. Weah and the CDC government. There's no role in the Southeastern. Bad. And I will say so. But it's not about that tonight. Tonight is for me to say, thank you, Dr. Weah. Thank you for the message. Because this message is not just for Liberia. It's for Sierra Leone. It's for Guinea. It's for Ivory Coast. Everybody else. Because many of these countries that are just named, they are not getting a fair share of climate change investment either. Okay? So let me go on. Let me go on. President Weah was among the first group. Oh, I love this. I love this. The way they place this young man, I like that. I like that. I like that. President Weah was among the first group of people to speak. He said in order to tackle the imbalance in climate finance, there is the need for a fundamental shift in the way climate investment are made. The person who wrote this speech, if you check behind it, that the same person that most likely wrote the inaugural speech. Because you don't see in a speech that ain't going to be leveling the dictator. You don't see anything here. The parents say, what parents say, the parents say business that we eat. You don't see that here. You can see the thread of the ideas that is being expressed here by Dr. Weah. Okay? Listen to this again. Okay? President Weah called for the establishment of an African carbon credit trading mechanism. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You see what you think that Samuel will come out with that kind of idea, or that Maggie will come out with that kind of idea? These people are always in the trenches. Even when there is no political war, they want to fight. Every day they want to fight. They want to fight. They are always in the battleground. Anything, the battleground. You think this is how world leaders don't deal in battlegrounds. So this person that wrote this most likely has something to do with the inaugural speech. Because the inaugural speech, my people, if you were to listen to it fully, you will understand that Dr. Weah, if he had followed that 12 years, if he had followed that, in fact, I would say 24 years, because he's still young, if the Constitution will allow that. Okay? Now, let me go on. So this is what he's saying now. He committed Liberia willingness to host a... You see, I like that. I like that. I like that with all the... Just few days... You see, this is what I'm talking about. I like that. Just few weeks ago, one of the top world leaders, he said, Morea stink. Yeah, now the president is saying, listen to this. When you and you're telling me my country stink and things like that, let me come throw it right in your face. That's how you fight these people. You don't go on battleground insulting people. This is an intellectual insult and reply to this person who talked out nonsense about Morea being dirty. Morea dirty than my country. I like the smell of it. And I'm being ridiculous, of course. But you don't let people come in your house and say all the kind of thing. Okay? So I'm being ridiculous. I'm being defensive, but I'm being ridiculous. Okay? But listen to this. He committed Liberia's willingness to host a conference in the near future to explore details and structure of an entity. Okay? We will work with Pan-Africa. Oh, we have not step on the Pan-African business. You see what I'm talking about, folks? You see what I'm talking about? The man who wrote that thing that now somebody that just running around. The person have been reading, and the person is connected to the liberal view. But here's what's going to happen. The person who wrote it here, Nathaniel McGill and Samuel Twain and Jefferson Coach will not let a person come around President Weah again. The fact that SAMSON is on here tonight praising, they don't like that. They don't like that because then you're busting the bubble. They will make sure whoever wrote it, he will not come around. You will see the next time Dr. Weah read his speeches and things like that, listen to them. Listen to them. Anytime he reads speeches, the government will do what we can because the government know what we've been doing good in this country. When you hear that kind of thing, the government doing good and the government doing that means it's coming from Samuel to or McGill. But this is not. Listen to this again. I love this. I love it. We will work with Pan-African and other global financial institutions to develop a long-term. Have you heard Dr. Weah use the word before, long-term? Long-term? Have you heard that before? No. No. Because most of the time he speaks, government is doing good. That's coming from Samuel 12. Government is doing good. That's coming from Nathaniel McGill. Okay? But listen to this. He's giving you a strategy, long-term. This is the first time for a while that I heard this from Dr. Weah. Okay? Develop a long-term regulated market for African carbon credit. You see what he's doing? If, especially in you got Britain, you got United States, and you got Germany, they're listening to this. The smart people in Africa, the smart intellectual young people in Africa, they might most likely build on this idea. And this is another venture, business venture, that will make serious money. That will make serious money. In this country, they do the same thing, trade carbon. The American government, when they find and he's serious and try to put this in place, they will come in. But here is what they're going to look at. Here is what they're going to look at. When they speak, they hear that kind of thing. It's a good idea. But who's going to run it from Liberia? Samuel Twain? Please, well, I'm sending my money there. Why would I send my money over there for? Samuel Twain will run it? Please, I'm not going to do it. Because Samuel Twain has no record, has no good record in terms of managing money. I mean, don't say I'm playing politics. I'm not. Samuel Twain cannot manage people's money. Okay? He won't do it. So now this is the blocking that most likely the heroin Dr. We are going to face with the beautiful idea. Who's going to manage the affair? The money, the thing coming, putting together here. That Samuel Twain will manage this one? It will not happen. Nobody will put money in there. You understand what I'm saying? So all of these things, like that beautiful, beautiful idea. Dr. Weah has done it again, folks. Even if this thing is not coming, if the management aspect, which I don't want Liberia to manage because Samuel Twain, I don't trust him with money anyway. So with that, but it's an idea generating or coming from Dr. Weah that most likely, if young African money people, they might come together and say, okay, this is a good idea. And you'll find them come up with brilliant idea how to get this thing going. All coming from Dr. Weah. Once again, Dr. Weah has put Liberia on the map, my opinion. Let's go on. Okay. I am convinced, he said. I am convinced, he said, that this initiative will increase the chances of our African country that depend on their forest reserve to attain sustainable economic growth and national development in line with the vision set out in the 2030 agenda, he says. You see there? He went into the people's own book. This is not Samuel Twain writing. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Samuel Twain, they're always in the battleground. Their stage of mental capacity is always in the battleground. Their language that comes out of them, they're all battleground language. They're not something that unify. They're divisive. And I don't believe Samuel 12 will write this kinds of stuff that goes into the agenda of the climate change program and try to bring up languages. Okay. So drawing the world attention at the margin of even of the conference, President Weah had a closed door meeting with all of the European leaders and Joe Biden and what have you. I thought that was wonderful. Now, the point here is this. The point of me coming on here tonight is this. I want to say to the president, thank you. While I'm saying all of these things, I am happy that we have the president to go out there and speak on behalf of Liberians as our leader. He didn't embarrass us. He did a wonderful, wonderful job. And my number will soon be decreasing because I'm praising Dr. We are too much now. That people will soon be leaving. That's fine. Y'all want to go, bye-bye. It's okay. I'll be truthful. When I start criticizing, y'all come by, y'all can come by. But the main thing here is, let's be truthful, my people. If Dr. Weah has done something that is wonderful, let's be truthful. Let's be truthful. Now, let me now pivot in terms of politics, okay? Let me now pivot. Now that I've done praising, let's go ahead and see how much. So I told you already, I've done praising. I'm still going to praise him because that's his night. That's his night. And I really, really do appreciate that I really do appreciate that Dr. Weah will go out there and represent us and our interest. The future of Liberia is also on the line. And whoever wrote this, if Samuel 12 and Miguel want to remain in power, they better encourage the person who wrote this to be around Dr. Weah all the time. But they will not do so. Because by they allowing this man to write for Dr. Weah, even little speeches in Monroe and things like that, they will be exposed of their negativity. They will be exposed because they've never, I have never heard them being anything but negative whenever they say something. Either the person they don't know what they're talking about, or these people, and even the negativity around them is so much that when you leave my platform right now and go to any of these CDC platforms that around this area that you know of, all they talk about tonight, not only are they talking about Dr. Weah's speech, but they're putting other people down. They're making it into opposition versus CDC, and it's not. It's not. And so the blunder gonna start with them. And these are the people with higher numbers. You go on their platform and some of the 200, 300, 400, they're watching. They're not being truthful. They're lying to themselves. However, because of the numbers that they're going to see, CDC hierarchy in Monroe are going to take those same type of language and just massage them and blue put them out. They will soon put their foot in their mouth. I know that one for sure. But let's go back to Dr. Weah. So when you have a leader who will come on stage like this, international stage, like I said, I bet you right now, knowing who the Americans are, they're doing some serious research on Dr. Weah tonight. And do you know how the liberal love the climate change business? They're going to now look into how can we invest into Africa? How can we invest? Because they don't want, the Chinese are not doing better. The Russians are not doing better when it comes to climate change. So most likely they don't want Chinese to take hold of Africa when it comes to climate change. So knowing full well that the Chinese are investing in Africa as well, the America and the West were now trying to use this climate change opportunity to see if they can invest more in terms of agriculture, teach the people how to plant without destroying the forest. Look what's happening in Brazil. because of beef. Where is beef going? The cattle, the cow they can carry in Brazil, where they go? Go to China or go to Russia? But because the deforestation in Brazil is so much, because they want the cow then to eat good food, so that people in China will get good meat. And so the West and America, they're concerned about that. They're not concerned because Liberia are going to give their military base to China. Far from it. Far from it. They're not concerned about that. But they're concerned if Chinese would come out and say, this is what we need to do. What happened right now? I mean, hypothetical, of course. What happened right now if China come to Liberia? So want to build your power plant, but the power plant will supply you with coal, but it will electrify your entire country. You think Liberia will say no? You think Liberia will say no? No, they will say, yeah, take it, we'll take it. We'll take it. Then Chinese now starts importing, exporting to Liberia coal from their place. And Liberia going to have to pay them back. But at the same time, they're going to be polluting. So the American, with their doctor, we are making this kind of statement. Most likely will try to find the avenue now and even use some of the investment from here. If they find out that Liberia with this kind of message from Dr. Weah, that Liberians, and not just Liberians, Sierra Leoneans, Guineans, Ivorians are all gravitating towards they will use this opportunity to now entice the entire West, the entire West African state back in the corner of the West. This is politics. It's competition, as Dr. Joe Biden said. It's competition with China. It's not war. So what they do now is, okay, well, if Liberia leader can make this kind of statement, he's very young. So if he can make this kind of statement, what if we invest? What if we invest in Liberia climate change solution, wind power, whatever it is, and we invest in that? Other African countries see that the Americans are investing in Liberia. Most likely will turn to American and say, we like that same investment. That's how they're going to win it. And so because of that, I want to seriously my son, don't make me say something here. Jeremiah Sokin will write that kind of thing. I know Jeremiah Sokin. What make you think you will write? My son, I beg you, I don't want to put my mouth in like grand leader politics. I beg you, don't do that. You want to go, you my son. You want to go support Jeremiah Sokin? Go ahead, Jeremiah Sokin is my friend anyway. You want to go support him, but don't come on my platform and can't tell me what Jeremiah Sokin can do. Wait, I beg you. When I was chairman of the education committee on a Matakanan leadership, Jeremiah Sokin was Secretary General. So I know Jeremiah Sokin. Please, I beg you. I don't want to go there. So anyway, let's get back here. So the point that I'm making here tonight, and I'm not going to be here long because I'll be back here again tomorrow, hopefully with Mr. Josh. The point that I'm making here tonight, folks, is for me now to take this opportunity to say thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it. Truly, truly appreciate it. Why I'm not here to be a praise singer, but I will be here to be truthful. I will be truthful. The president has done extremely well. The president has done a tremendous job on behalf of all of us, And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Now, the idea now, let's go a little bit into politics now. I hope the president, that was a bold step he took over there. Here's the thing y'all need to understand. The president go around and ask Joe Biden, Mr. President of the United States, this is what I want to read tomorrow. What do you think about it? No. He didn't go to any of the country leader and say, this is what I want to read. Well, no. He read it. And if you do that, boldness, and you say, I'm reading it. You like it, it's your business. You don't like it, take it. You like it, bamboo water. You don't like it, bamboo water. And you know that song? You like it, ba 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 ba. You like it, do. You like it, da 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 da. I don't want to bring the words. You know what I'm talking about. When we're playing in the barracks, those days, when we're playing in the barracks, we're feeling flocking the people. Then when they want to start something, then we'll put saying in their mouth again. Then we say, you like it, you don't like it, because when you live in a barracks, you got 3 roads to go. You either go straight through the barrack where people will be waiting for you, or you go on the beach, go to coconut plantation, or you go through the beach, on the beach, go into what the executive mansion, and we got people there, we're guarding. So your best bet when you come to the barracks to how do you call it, play us those days, you have to behave. Because if you don't behave, you can't go through the sea to go back to town. No. So you hold your tongue and hold everything you have in you until the game finish. When you get on the street by market, bigger market, you can be all the people you can run out now. But until then, your only choice is to hold your mouth, hold your tongue. You come from the Barrier Beach, you go through what happened? Oh, they put one, or the Barrier Boys won. They're good. You say a good thing. The other people let you through, because if you don't do that, they close that gate. Yeah, we're coming for you. So that's what we said. So Dr. Weah went over the bold statement on a very serious note. He read the statement out and he gave it the way it's supposed to be. Okay. So I am very, very pleased. I'm very happy to hear that. And I thought it was wonderful for me to take this opportunity as well to come on air. Why I'm not supporter of CDC, and I hope the CDC don't use this. Well, they can do whatever they want to do anyway. I don't care. But I hope they don't use this. I hope they don't use it to demonize others, because then it's not going to benefit them. It's not going to benefit them. If the president have done something wonderful, the way he has done here stands by itself. It doesn't need anybody else. So by you trying to connect any other person onto this, you're not doing yourself a favor. In fact, you're weakening the president position. I'll say so. Okay, folks. So let's see here. Let's see. Okay, let me go on about 5 more minutes, then I'll open the line, because I'm not going to be here long tonight. So there you have it. Go on Front Page Africa. I thought it was very important for me to come here tonight and talk about this. Now, with this finished, let's go on to the politics side of things now. I'll just talk a little politics here tonight, not plenty. I'll just talk a little politics here tonight. Dr. Bakar, my incoming president, have arrived, I believe, in the United States. But what is happening around Dr. Bakar is uncomfortable for me. Truly, truly uncomfortable for me. And I thought Dr. Bakar would have stood his ground. You see what is happening right now with Dr. Bakar? And let me use the comparison here. Dr. Weah, during the 2017 election, I've always stated this. Since 2005, I believe Dr. Weah has always been cheated. Like, during people wanted him, and he knew it. But he was always cheated as far as I'm concerned. There was some certain thing that was going on. I don't have proof, but I can always say this. Same situation but he knew he was going to win. He didn't have the leadership ability, but he was popular. And the young people wanted him no matter what. In fact, at one time, Ellen was on public, or I think on BBC or CNN somewhere, was boasting how the young people that were supposed to vote for Dr. Weah, their parents went and took their cards and hid their voting cards and things like that. So if that kinds of message, if that kinds of thing can get to Madam Ellen, then it's not 4, 5, 6 people, more than that, thousands of young people. In order for that kinds of message to get to Madam Saliv, and Madam Saliv be bold and brave enough to make that statement on the national stage. That's cheating. There's no two-way street around it. But the comparison that I'm trying to make here is this. Dr. Weah, his people knew they were going to win. However, they didn't have to get Madam Taylor to be the vice president. They can even get SAMSON told, and they were going to win. I wouldn't even know anything about politics in Liberia. They were going to win. They can go to Grand Gila County and get a dog catcher. They were going to win. But they didn't do that. Even if they have not gone to Prince Johnson in Nima County, they were going to win. There was nothing that was there to stop them from winning. Because that's the person they want. The Liberian youth, who are in majority, wanted Dr. Weah. There's no question asked. The similar situation right now with Dr. Bakar, I believe. Dr. Bakar stands a better chance of winning the next election. Because the Liberian people, he's not because he's popular, but the Liberian people want somebody that will stabilize the issue. The economy of the country is bad. And Dr. Weah is not pivoting. He's not trying to remove those who are responsible. He wants to continue with them. And so the Liberian people want stabilizer. But what is Dr. Bakar doing now? He's bringing on board people who are not part of the stabilizing forces. He is aligning himself with people who are fire bomber, fire thrower, insulting people. That is not the kind of character that will represent Dr. Bakar fairly. The international community, you think it was stupid? They're watching. They're watching. You have people who goes around and cuss people, denigrating people's character, and you're going to hang yourself with them. That's your right, Dr. Bakar. You can hang with those people, but you should not make those people the face of your campaign, if at all. If at all. This election, I truly believe, is yours to lose. And what Dr. Weah has just demonstrated overseas, if he comes back to Liberia and continue to play softly and genuinely what he has done in Glasgow, if he continues like that in Liberia, we, the opposition, will be in deep trouble. I want to admit that here tonight. So I'm not happy. Dr. Bakar has the right to associate himself with whoever he wants to associate himself with. But you are talking about being the father of the nation. You want to be with people who perhaps not. Look, this Facebook thing we're doing right now, and I'll tell you this. I will find a video and I'll play it, folks. A few days ago, Class D, I think he's in Canada. He stated correctly, and I will play that video. He said the Liberian people don't like somebody who will come and talk the truth. He said even the platform they put social media platform based on what we're doing. He said there are people who wear coat suit, necktie, and they come and talk sense. But how many people can look at them? They'll be lucky if they get 50. But look at other people who come and curse people. They get thousands and thousands of viewers. And I want people to look at me too. So it will be ridiculous. Which is a true statement. So I can come here and tell you, oh, I got people to follow me. Look how many people following me. Because if I were to get out of this share, of course, once I get out of this share and go into my old way, long, 200 years ago behavior, start cursing people, of course, Alfonso will immediately block me. There's no two way. In less than a minute, I will be gone off of the platform. But I'm just giving an example. You'll see how many people start tuning in. Oh, sounds like cursing to now. Oh, Mr. To cursing here. Oh, let's go see it. Oh, Mr. To cursing here. Who is cursing? He's cursing X1. Oh, let me go. Then you will see people start coming. That is not a follower. Because in order for you to, you can't sustain that. The person you're cursing, sooner or later, the person will get out of the stage. Then what happened? Dr. Bakai, once again, I'm not happy with your association of people who I believe are firebomb thrower. Some of them we respect them. Some of them we praise them ourselves, but not in this faction. Not in this fashion. You're coming here to the United States. You want to demonstrate to all of us sedition, ANC, LP, and Bernard Europe Party, anybody that are in the diaspora. You are coming, you should demonstrate to all of us that you have the ability to be the father for all of us. You're not trying to remove Dr. Weah because you hate Dr. Weah. You are trying to seek Dr. Weah because you want to make things better in Liberia. That should be your message, not the message of hate. Because if you associate yourself with people who preach the message of hate, then you're not doing yourself a favor. And even if you're successful in becoming president of the Republic of Liberia, those people that are considered you the face of whatever it is that you're doing now, and you do something that is not in their interest, they will turn against you on a dime, because that's how they behave. If I am somebody who insulting here and there, it's part of the behavior. It's not going to go away from me. You don't want to do that. You're supposed to be one of the person that's supposed to stabilize this country. Show us before you leave. Show us that you do have the ability to be the father of all. Show us. Show even those who in Unity Party that perhaps are not in favor of you. Show them as well. Madam, speak to us. Let us know, Madam Salif, time is over. That you are now the leader of Unity Party. And show us what the name means to all of us. Unity Party. Unity Party. They don't say cussing party. You're not going to say Liberian people, not say cussing party. I'm just saying to you, in as much as I support you. And when I mean support, most of the time that I've been on this platform from time immemorial, I've always said you should be number one. And Honorable Comey should be number two. And Honorable Comey disavowed that notion here on Liberian Public Radio. He told us. He said people who are saying that, and I'm one of those. He said, fine, that's your ideas. But if you like Dr. Bakai, vote for him during the primary or whatever process we're going to have. Show that you like him. We haven't even started yet. And you're telling him not to play this game to his best. He's going to be on the field. And you're telling him he shouldn't even warm up. And then when you guys settle down like this and say, oh, come in, go second. I say, okay, I'll go second. Why the president, Dr. Bakai is not able to warm up? And I'm paraphrasing. Then how does he face Dr. Weah if he hasn't even had anybody to challenge him, strongly challenge him? So let the process play out, he says. Now, Dr. Bakai, every one of us would like to see you as our leader. But you got to be honest with you. You got to demonstrate more than what you're demonstrating now, sir. I will hope that people will make commitment or make contact so that we can bring you here on Liberian Public Radio, because then you and I can have the serious conversation. I believe in you. Don't get me wrong. I believe that you have the ability to stabilize the issue in Liberia. But there are many of us that are following you for different reasons, and you know it. However, the way you associate others among us, I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. Because it's like you sanction those who goes around insulting other Liberians. It's like you approve of that. And this is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're the father of the, you're going to be the father of the nation. In fact, you're the father of the nation as far as I'm concerned. You have more experience. You can stabilize this country. You're not going to have Samuel 12 running around things say he knows all. Samuel 12 cannot challenge you, Dr. Waka. Just based on your knowledge alone. Samuel 12 is not baby. And so you have the ability to stabilize this country. But in the process, you must demonstrate to all of us that you are a unifier. From all the video that I have seen so far, your interview, sometimes I wonder what are you do have the ability to unify all of us. Because you cannot bring people on board that tend to destroy. Remember, Liberia had, you remember, you know our history. 14 years of destruction. And those who are part of that destructive process, now responsible, let me say it again, I'm not saying they're responsible, but they were the part of the process. Many of them are still alive. Many of them are still young. So it most likely cannot take, it most likely will not take long. You know, Fire Chong, but with you in that leadership, with your understanding of our culture, with your, where in Lofa County that somebody will cuss somebody, let alone woman cuss. You're one of us. And when I say one of us, I mean we the country people. And take it as any way you want to take it, that's fine. But you do understand the culture of Liberia. The native, when was the last time somebody stood in public to insult someone who is older than them? Dr. Bakai. When was the last time? When you were growing up, that somebody would stand in public and insult someone else who is older than them. Forget about their political affiliation. But someone who is older than you don't insult them. And you don't say that, you don't make a comment that this is not what we're going to do. And then people are going to see you, bring pictures of you and these people, many of them, on social media. Then I'm not comfortable. And I will also want to make that clear tonight. I'm not saying that I would not support you. I still like for you to stabilize the country. But I was hope that these things will stop. You have the ability to stop it. Those who are responsible, call them quietly that this is not how you are and this is not how you're going to operate. Put a fire up now or it's going to burn big time when you become president. And you will be unable to scratch that fire that's going to be coming. No fire brigade in Liberia that are able to put on that fire. If you don't put it on now, let them know, follow me or go your way. And you cannot bring people on board who are not part of your character. You can't get me to come and follow you and I'm on the other side, don't represent your true character. Then I'm fooling myself and I'll be fooling you as well. And folks, that will be my commentary this evening. I said something to a dog catcher. I said, Mikey, please, man, I beg you. No, I'll call you dog. I said something to the dog catcher. If I say dog catcher, I mean you. How was it dog? Mikey, you always put him in trouble. I beg you, my man. But anyway, folks, let me stop here for now. Mr. Josh and I are going to pick it up tomorrow. And basically, I was just saying to Dr. Weah, thank you very much. Let me put a number up. Let me put a number up, and hopefully, Mikey, Let me put a number. Well, let me do this. Let me put a number up, and you can give us a call. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. So if you have the opportunity, give us a call and see if you can make some point on that. Okay. So look at this. That's a worker. Look, I just open my phone. Look at the other. Look at the other thing that coming. Look at the people in it. Okay. Well, like I said, you are an experienced person, so I hope you know what you're doing, and I hope you understand exactly what you're doing, and I hope that you will be able, if things changes and start going south on you, that you will be able to how they say, to be able to curtail that. Okay. I hope. Uh, so let me go here and put a number up, folks. Samson to LeBron Pub Radio. Let me put a number up and give me a call. Give me a call. Because here in the diaspora, nobody, doctor, I mean, as Pat George would say to me, yo, he ain't feeding my mom, he ain't feeding your mom. Nobody feeding me. I say what I want to say, but I will do it with respect. I will say so with respect. Even if I don't agree with them, I must say so and do so with respect. And this is what we're going to do. We're not going to come out here because we don't agree with you and start insulting because we have the power of the mic. Far from it. This mic that we use is a mic that we're supposed to use to unify Liberians. It's a mic that we're supposed to use to discuss issues that will impact the lives of Liberians. It's not a mic you should use to insult other Liberians. It's not a mic to use to degrade other Liberians. This is wrong. I don't accept it. Okay, let me put my number up. Okay. Give me a call, Samson to LeBron Pub Radio. 916-533-2048. Okay. So this is what we do here on LeBron Pub Radio, and that's the number. Give me a call. Give me a call. Let me make sure this thing is checked. I'm going to be taking off here very shortly, but I just want. Oh, there's okay. This is another one here. There's a guy, Jallo guy. He's not going to be play guilty, of course. But he's going to be spending some time here very shortly. So I just want people to know. Okay, so let's. Okay, so let me go ahead. Give me a call, 916-533-2048. Let me check here to see if I'm connected here on the right. Okay, I am connected. So, Mr. George, if you have the opportunity as well to watch this, give me a call. Other than that, like I said, I got about 5 more minutes and I'll be taking leave of you guys. But this is a very serious business, folks. Okay. Yeah, what can I say? This is a very serious business because you can't, and I truly believe that we cannot try to build a nation or try to bring development in a country by insulting each other. We're not going to be successful. And what Dr. Weah had just stated, if God bless her, and the people follow his logic and say, yeah, this is something, I think Dr. Weah is onto something. And they decided, the American decided, well, we're going to invest that. And we want that investment to start in Liberia. Do you think Dr. Weah will look outside of CDC circle? And this is why they were not bringing in Liberia, because they know the people's story. They know Samuel Toy and McGill will try to say, hey, nobody coming here. Nobody coming here. They put circle around it. Nobody coming here. Only people coming here. Only CDC people. Hey, not CDC. You're not going to be part of this. And this is something. And then when they leave power, then what? Then what? So and these are some of the things that I believe holding Dr. Weah down in terms of foreign investment. How many investors have you seen? There was one guy from Australia the last time, a year or so ago. Went to Liberia for mining, mining and things, because he's a mining expert, and he was in Liberia. What happened to that? I think he brought somebody else from Kuwait, or one of the Middle Eastern guy came with him. What happened to that? What happened to that? Because these people that are coming in, they are not stupid. They see if something is going, that's investment. And if I'm not a financial person to know the true meaning of investment, but from my own point, investment, if I put money somewhere, I want something in return. And how you going to get money in return when somebody asking you want to invest $50 million into something, and the person says, "Oh, about $50 million you're going to invest. I want $10 million now. $10 million I'm going to give you. That means remain 40. I'm telling my stockholders that I'm going to invest 50. And in the 50, I've already told them we're most likely going to get at least $10 to $15 million back every year out of the 50. And I'm being ridiculous because I don't know, but I'm just being ridiculous. Then you want $10 million of the 50. Now I'm only going to have 40 to invest. What would I tell the investor? What would I tell the stockholder? And when people look at the kind of issue, the way you guys fight over who going to take what, they just say forget it. They just say forget it, because they call it the climate is not conducive for investment, and they go. Only the crooks will want to invest in those kind of place because they're crooks and they will croak you too. You croak them, they croak you, so they know each other. Other than that, they're not going to invest. My number is up there, folks. I got about 2-3 more minutes to be here. And then, we'll be back again tomorrow. And tomorrow we will go into politics. And but on a very serious note, I will hope, the two things I want to hope for here before I leave tonight. One is, I hope that Dr. Weah will pivot. And to pivot in the Liberian issue and Liberian politics, first thing is this. If Dr. Weah can improve the economy of the country from here till the election time, Liberian people forget about the last 2.5 years or whatever that he has spent that have not brought any kinds of benefit, true benefit to the Liberian people. They will forget it and they will re-elect him. And in order for that to happen, you're going to have Samuel 12 leave as captain of the economy. Samuel 12 must go somewhere. I like him. Sometimes he does some wonderful things. Don't get me wrong. But to be the face of the economy, someone who has publicly called for benevolent dictator and is all over the world. You can't lead the economy. People don't trust that. Economy for people to invest in an economy. I'm not a money person. I don't know anything. I'm an engineer. I don't know anything about money business. But in order for you to give somebody your money, you have to trust them. The trust issue, and not just in Liberia. Look at all of the Liberian community organizations. What problem they usually have? Money issue. They don't trust them. Nobody trusts them. If people are to trust Liberian leaders here in the diaspora, the Liberians that are willing to pay for them to do certain things, you will not believe it. You will not believe it. But as soon as Liberian organizations start realizing 50, 60, 70, 80,000 in the case of Grand Gide, then they start fighting over the money. Before you know, the money issue break the entire organization down. And the same thing we do in Liberia. The same thing we do in Liberia. Why do we want shortcut? Why do we want shortcut? And these same people that are fighting over these organization money, they're working, some of them working in banks. They play with money every day. Fasten, they can't steal. Fasten from the bank, they can't steal. To go do. But when it comes to community money, when it comes to Liberian money, they don't care. They do anything they want to do it. But the place they work in, some of them bank managers, they count money every day, millions and millions of dollars, and they will not steal dime. But when it comes to our money, the one who save our $50 we pay for a gate entry and things like that, they take it and just do anything they want to do it. Go sue me, they say. You have no trust. So anyhow, folks, let me, Mikey, thank you for your comment, guys. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't read all of the comment right now. Okay. Okay. So let me go ahead and close this program. I want to thank all of you again tonight. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. Basically, what I'm saying here tonight is, and I'm not afraid to praise Dr. Weah because he's my president. He was elected. He didn't come through the position through the back door. He was elected by the people of the Republic of Liberia. Duly elected 61.5%. So you can't tell me that it's a fluke. People, oh, he ain't still nothing. So we have to respect that. However, we will criticize. We will criticize, but we must do so with respect. We must do so with responsibility. In other words, when things are good, if you don't criticize because you don't like that person, that is not my basis. It's not my base for criticizing. The basic for me criticizing is based on policy. My understanding of certain policy that is being expressed or being carried out by this government. If the policy are not generating the kinds of goodwill for our people that I see, in my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. It doesn't mean it's right, but I'm entitled to it. I will criticize. Just like I've been doing with the road issue in the Southeast. The southeastern part of Liberia is cut off, completely cut off when it's raining. Why? I'll point those out, not because I hate the president. That's far from being hateful. I'm being truthful. But when you come out and you start talking about people's marital problem, you come out and you start talking about people's shoes they wear, you come out and you start talking about girlfriends and things like that. That's a hateful behavior because that has nothing to do with policy. And those are not the kinds of conversation that I want to have. That's not my problem. That's not my business. Whether you wear $500,000 shoes, that's not my problem. That's not my issue. That's not my issue until the auditors can come out and say the president took the Liberian people money. Then I can come out and say and start speculating. Oh, you took the Liberian people money. Maybe you bought $2,000 shoe. Maybe I can do that. But that has not happened. So I'm not going to discuss those kinds of stuff. So once again, let me just say this. Let me say this. I hope that the president, when he comes back from Glasgow, that kinds of soft but firm speaking, the way you spoke to the leaders of the world, you can come to Liberia when small things happen that is shaking the psyche of our people. You get on air and speak the same way you did. Don't be quiet, because if you don't say anything, people will improvise and they will put words in your mouth. And then now you and your people are now going to be on defense and trying to say, oh, no, I said I want this and what. No, you come out. You, as young as you are, you're the father of the nation. But this is what I would say on that as well. Those of you who say, oh, the president. Folks, far from it. From now, today, what? Tuesday? From now to Friday, CDC and this government will put their foot in your mouth. I know them. I know them well. They can't do anything you praise them. You praise them, you turn, if you want them to do good, don't praise them. They will continue to do good. That's CDC and this government. But as soon as you praise them, they will start misbehaving. Watch and see. You'll say something to say. Lastly, back to my own leader, president in waiting, Dr. Bakai. Other, I say, my opinion, I'm entitled to it. Either you come up, I'm not saying distance yourself from anybody. That's not what I'm saying. But you come out now and tell her who the face will be for your political campaign. Here in the diaspora, since you're here in the diaspora, Dr. Wakai, please present yourself as a unifier. There are many seditions here that are not happy with this government either. But they can't run to you until you can show that you're the father of the nation. You're not running because you just want to dislodge Dr. Weah from the position. You're running because you want to make sure that Liberia is stabilized. Even sedition know that this country is not healthy economically. They know that. They know that. They're not stupid. But who do they have to run to? There's a saying, better you stay with the devil you know than you go to the angel you don't know. So you, the angel, you have to, and I'm not saying Dr. Weah is a devil, far from it. I'm just making a story. So let me quickly say that. I'm not saying that he's the devil. Far from it. He is a preacher. He pray every day, preach every day. Why you'll be devil? He's not a devil. But I'm just saying. So in order for people to know you, for them to come to you, as the father, Dr. Wakai, don't let people who insult, people who degrade to be the face of your campaign. It's not going to work. I don't have to go against you, but I can close my mouth. I don't have to discuss you. I don't have to say anything. Just close my mouth. I'm not looking for a job to say, when you win, I want a job. I don't. I'm not looking for a job. I've been begging, pretty much begging people for me to do work free in Liberia, free, for me to help them fix the road free. So I'm not looking for a job. I'm not looking for a job. Okay? But I just want somebody that will help us, because it seemed to me that Dr. Weah is not in the mood to pivot. And as long as he continues on this route, we're going nowhere. Folks, that's my statement tonight. And Mr. George and I will be back here tomorrow. Mr. So will be with us. As you all know, he's bereaved, and we're doing everything we can to cheer him up, because it's a difficult time for him as well. He's our brother, and we're doing all we can to cheer him up. As soon as I get off the line, I will call him. Then hear myself when I call him right now. I bet you if I were to try right now, call him, he don't know that he will be on air. Hear myself start making flower right away. As soon as I call him, the first thing you say, what are you coming for? What are you calling me for? So we'll do what we can to cheer him out. He's our brother. So anyway, we'll be back here tomorrow. And I want to thank all of you. And please stay safe out there. Protect yourself. The virus is still out there. When you're already taking your vaccine, but when you go in a gathering where there's a lot of people, please do what you can to protect yourself. To protect yourself. Wear your mask. We'd love for you to come out here and criticize her. With respect, that is. Okay? There was a guy that wrote something here. Let me see if I can't find that. I can't find that again. But I laughed today. The guy wrote, I put a piece up day before yesterday. What was it? Yes, Sunday. And said, please join me tonight. I'm going to be discussing the Southeastern Road. He telling me that the other one said, run and spotting the whole thing. You sit down over there, you finish eating heavy chicken and quesadilla. Instead, you sit down. You want to put your picture up because you're flying there. Because my picture was the picture that I attached to my piece, to the publication, was a picture that I took when I was on the plane going to a convention. You're over there taking you on a plane, making beamer. Take all your money and go to all your, he said, all your girlfriends then. All my girlfriends. So I showed it to my wife. She said, oh, the boss said, I need to contact you. Who your girlfriend then that you talk about? But anyway, folks, let me get out of here. Thank you. Oh, okay, my pen. Thank you very much. We love all of you, and stay safe out there. SAMSON to LIBERIA Public Radio. I will say good night to all of you. Please tune in again tomorrow. Mr. Josh and myself. This is a man that told me, he and I are going to be on it tomorrow. Because when we come out here, while we're truthful to each other, we disagree on a lot of issues. Because why? Mr. George and Mr. Alfonso Zinso, They are far right. Mr. George is a center right. Mr. Alfonso Zionso is a far right. I am, on the other hand, the nice, good, humble liberal. And then when CDC professor come out here, there are three of them, I alone. So I consider myself a counterweight to their conservative view. And I, the humble liberal, will stay here to make sure that I protect the rights of all to be able to express himself freely, without you being muted. Samson told Liberian Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. My son is watching all the way from Liberia. Smart young man, of course, very smart. And by quarantine, boy, yeah, right now, I don't let that one. But anyway, I will say good night to all of you. Thank you very much, and good night, folks.
Around the water side, lovely fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. Can you meet around the water side? Lovely fish, we get them every day. In Jimmy, around the water side. Lovely fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get a bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get a bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. Around the water side, lovely fish, we get them every day. In Jimmy, around the water side, lovely fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. Kinjimi bunga sweet, Kinjimi bunga sweet. Dumpling get called a kisho, Bongo tanga Congo hilo.